Yawa parurulo, lowangetek, yawa parurulo, lowangetek. Woi, gimicham, mari, gimodong tokirkigen. Woi, gimicham, mari, gimodong tokirkigen. Choge joy, 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 joy.
Today, Kenya and Africa have lost one of their most towering political figures. Raila Amolo Odinga is dead. Raila is truly gone. Raila died at the age of 80, reportedly from a cardiac arrest while in treatment in India. This is a very sad moment for all of us in Kenya. For decades, Raila stood at the center of Kenya's politics, never a sitting president, but yet always a force, a voice of resistance, a catalyst for reform, and a symbol for many hope and struggle. I mean, you can't rewind how many times Raila stood out for Kenya. So even as we Kenyans bring you this news, I wanted us to just pause for a minute and reflect and honor the life of one man who shaped Kenya's fight for democracy, Raila Amolo Odinga.
You should never worry at all. If you are sick, don't be worried. There are only two things that can happen to you. You can recover or you can die. If you recover, there's nothing to worry about. If you die, there's nothing to worry about. Because if you die, as a Christian, or as a Muslim, there are only two places to go to. You go to heaven or you go to hell. So if you go to heaven, there is nothing to worry about. You enjoy. But if you go to hell, you should not worry. Why? Because you're going to meet so many of your friends.
Thank you so much for posting for Raila Amolo Odinga. Raila was born in 1945. He is the son of Jaramogi Oginga Odinga, who happens to be the first vice president of Kenya. He went through exile, detentions, and political battles to become a key architect of Kenya's democratic path. Though he never won the presidency, Raila's influence spanned decades. He led mass movements in 2007, 2013, 2017, 2022. I mean, Raila was always at the forefront to push for, constitutional reforms and championing for civil rights because he always held the power accountable. Every time the status quo tried to tighten its grip, Raila was there to loosen it. I mean, he even saw himself as one of the people's president. I mean, who has ever done this in the whole world?
Raila Amolo Odinga, in full realization of the high calling, assumed the office of the People's President of the Republic of Kenya. So help me God.
I know many might, try to compromise or taint his image because of the handshake, like from 2018, and even with any other president that's come into power. But we know this alliance has always reshaped Kenya, even for better or for worse. Because even later in years, as people thought that Raila was going to, become more irrelevant, he still remained relevant. He has been a moral compass to many and a thorn to others.
Yote maovu ambayo yamefanyika hayawezi kurekebika bila ya watu kuketi chini na kuongea kwa kongamano. Kwa hivyo tumesema ati ndani ya siku 60, siku ya Sabasaba, mpaka tuketi chini sisi kama Wakenya na kuanza kuzungumza juu ya shida yetu.
Many reports say that Baba collapsed while on Ayurveda treatment in Kerala, India. And they're saying that he was rushed to hospital, but he did not respond to the resuscitation. The news of his passing spread really fast. Condolences poured in from across Kenya and around the world, even starting with the Prime Minister of India, Modi. Leaders, citizens, opponents, all posting politics in the moment of grief of the the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga. In Nairobi, gatherings began spontaneously everywhere. People have started talking about the candlelight vigils, prayers, flag lowering, President Ruto visiting his current residence to send condolences in honor of Raila Amolo Odinga. The country is really mourning and everyone is really in a somber mood. All of us are sad for the passing of Raila Amolo Odinga.
In honor of the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga's extraordinary contribution to our nation, I have declared a 7-day period of national mourning, during which the national flag shall fly at half-mast across the Republic of Kenya and in all our missions abroad. As a mark of respect, I have postponed all my public engagements for the coming days, and I ask all other public servants and leaders to do the same so that we can join the nation in this period of mourning and deep reflection.
Raila's absence leaves a very huge void. Politically, we know he became the face of the opposition in ODM, in Azimio, across Kenya's marginalized voices. He has been always the voice of the people. His unity role, bridging communities and championing for inclusive politics, is hard to replace. It's very hard to replace this man. In 2027, we see realignment had already started taking shape, but we know Baba was standing with Ruto. But now, parties are scrambling for legitimacy, leaders vying to carry the mantle, but will they be able to fit Raila's shoes? Because this guy has done an incredible job in Kenya. But more deeply, Kenya loses a loud conscience. This is someone who forced conversation about justice, about inequality, about ending corruption, and he never stayed silent. Even when people were silent, he always made sure that his voice is no longer silent. But now today as we speak, we have lost Raila Amolo Odinga. His voice is gone. He's silent, but his legacy still remains.
Round the Bay of Mexico, where the sun shines daily on a mountain top, I took a trip on a sailing ship. When I reached Jamaica, I made a stop. But I'm sad to say I'm on my way. Won't be back for many a days. My head is down, my head is turning around. I had to leave a little girl in Kingston town.
Raila Amolo Odinga is gone, but his spirit endures. In courtrooms, on streets, in ballots, his call for more just Kenya, his call for democracy, his call for multi-party, call it wherever, his call for better resolutions for the people of Kenya. This hasn't gone with him. We know that. We'll always remember his legacy. Today we grieve. Tomorrow we must carry on. We must continue pushing for freedom and dignity that Raila championed. We don't need to stop the work that he started. That's it from WeeKenyans. It's really sad that we've lost his Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga. His death might come at the end of the peak of his life, but my wish to Kenyans is that let us continue the legacy that Raila Amolo left us. Let us make sure that we have a just Kenya, because this is what Raila was fighting for, to make sure that Kenya is not corrupt, to make sure that the people of Kenya are living a good life. And we are hoping that this legacy will live and will live and will live. And it's up to us, it's up to me and you to continue making sure that we keep the government accountable. We continue with the conversation that Raila started. And with that, we can only make his soul happy wherever he is. For now, what you can just say is that may Raila's soul rest in power. Raila Odinga, born in 1945, died today on October 15th, 2025. Go well, Raila. Go well, Raila. Joey.
Yawa parurulo, lo wangetek, yawa parurulo, lo wangetek. Woi, gimicham, mari, gimodong tokir kigen. Ewoi gimisha mari gimodong tokir kigen. Choge Joey.